Hey everybody, it's Maria. What's up? Welcome back to the channel. How's it going? Well, let's do some talking for a second while I get this in my ear. Uh, I'm pretty sure y'all are wondering, why do you have your glasses back on all of a sudden? Because my eye doctor yelled. Well, she didn't yell at me. I'm playing. She was like, "You gotta wear them every day. You gotta wear them every day." So now my dad is probably gonna hound me to make sure that I put these back on every day. Which, to be honest, I don't blame him. Uh, real quick, quick little shout out slash. I want to talk about this song um, that I'm about to do, but before I do, I want to bring up a couple comments that I got on YouTube Studio. Forgive me if I say y'all's names incorrectly. I apologize in advance if I screw it up. Um, right now, you guys are in the middle of ICU by Citizen Soldier as of this recording. So right now, the first comment I want to read is from The Reason to Live, and it's from at number 4, Savvy. I got it 3 days ago, and they said, I love Citizen Soldier. I haven't listened to them in a while, but when I did, they really got me through some hard times. I can understand that. I can respect that. Um, Especially my last few years of school before college. Happy to hear the songs being talked about more. This might be my sign to go listen to them again. LOL. Awesome video. Well, I'm glad I can be that sign for you for Savvy. They have a heavy. Citizen Soldier has a heavy Facebook presence, uh, especially with Facebook Reels, which is obviously very obvious. It was very strange. I was randomly going through my reels, and all of a sudden I heard this rock song. I was like, "What the hell is this?" And then it said "Wired for Worthless" by Citizen Soldier. Thinking, "What the hell is this?" And I gave it a listen. And I was like, "What in the hell?" And I listened to the clip, and I was like, "Okay, just this one song. I gotta listen to this one song." And then I did, and then I found out, okay, well they have a record or two out. Well, let me listen to the album. I listened to ICU, and I have to admit, the album, and there is not many albums on this earth that can make me cry. That can full blown make me think about life in general and make me full blown have to take off these and just start crying because I'm like, damn, this hits your soul. And then I come to find out that the lead singer was like a therapist or something, so he knows how to hit your soul if you're not careful. But that's not a bad thing at all. Um, and then I got a comment 15 hours ago, believe it or not, from Common Anime. Uh, and they said, I say they because I don't know if it's a he or she. Would love to see comparison or good old days. Good job. And I did comparison because it's part of ICU. And good old days is what we're gonna do right now. Because they asked me to do it, and so here I am. I think this is a new single of their new album. I don't know the title of it yet. I don't know its release date yet. I know how horrible that I don't know the horror. But if they do release a new album, of course, if I don't buy it, at least I'll listen to it on streaming, and then I'll do the videos like I usually do, all that good stuff. So I wanted to give a couple shout outs to For Savvy and Common Anime. I'm glad that the Citizen Soldier stuff is actually getting some exposure because I didn't think anybody would like this stuff that when it first came out. And like when the first couple songs came out, and I was like, nah, I'm not really getting anything, not getting really any views about it. And then one of the songs, I forget which one, it got like 40 something views the last time I looked. I was like, pardon my French, but I was like, holy crap. And I was like, okay, maybe I need to put them into the rotation of music that I do. So yes, Citizen Soldier will definitely be in the rotation, definitely. I want to talk about this song more at the end. Um, Keep in mind, common anime that I've only listened to it like 2, 3 times today. But I will talk about the song itself. I will break my rule because I don't know if this is just a single or if it's going to be an album. I don't know the deal. So we will see. Because we got Live Again, I think, a few weeks back. I think I did it, but I'm not 100% sure. If you can't find it on my channel, let me know. And I'll go back and I'll do it. So keep that in mind. So, let me pull it up on my YouTube Music. Thank you to number 9, Music Clouds, for posting a lyric video for me so I could do this. So here is Good Old Days by Citizen Soldier. Alright, go to that. Landing of the young me, the one that's 6 years old. Now love, hope, protected by what they don't know. Only the way that you look a second of being so naive. I love peace to be afraid of anything. If I could find that kid today, be the time machine, just so I could say, growing up and just slow down. Nothing's better than what you have now. Someday you'll be back and say that you were living in the good old days. Here, then you can't see. Life is harder than what you believed. Okay, oh, wait. Okay, hold up. Hold on, let me see if I can find this on Spotify. Hang on. Because I like to have, like, the for real. Wait a minute. I can just Google it, dumb, and let me look on Spotify, see if it's. Because I'm not keeping up with him, and it's just. I don't want to release a bullshit video. Hang on. I would think YouTube would have it, but no, they don't. Good. Keep in mind that, I'm disabled people, so. Okay, this was released not too long ago, and I do not. But what I can't find on. Okay, this is on the upcoming album Icarus. According to what I see, it's going to be released November 12th, 2024. That's what it says on Spotify. So let me go ahead and see if I can find the lyrics to this real quick on the internet. Because the internet is pretty good about. Uh, Here we go. Oh, good. It's on the. Oh, it's also on ABC lyrics. Or AZ lyrics. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, let's start over. For real. Sorry about that comment, anime. The lyric video was not working for me, so let's start over. 1, 2, 3. This is a letter to the young me, the one that's 6 years old, that's full of hope, protected by what they don't know. Don't wish away a single second of being so naive. They will love peace to be afraid of anything. If I could find a kid today, oh, I'd build a time machine just so I could say, stop growing up and just slow down. Nothing's better than what you have now. 'Cause someday you'll look back and say that you were living in the good old days. Stay innocent 'cause you can't see. Life's so much harder than what's believed. You won't know till it's too late. But you were living in the good old days. This is a warning to a dumb kid, the one that's counting down the days till you can get away from your hometown. You don't know what in the present. You don't know what it's worth. 'Cause this game is free. You change, you make you happier. Drives while games can skip in clouds. Heart will break and you look back. 'Cause one day you want blood to play and didn't know it'd be the last. Start growing up and just slow down. Nothing's better than what you have now. 'Cause someday you'll look back and say that you were living in the good old days. Stay innocent 'cause you can't see. Life's so much harder than we once believed. You won't know until it's too late that you were living in the good old days. The blood deep scars think that dramatize. Wait here for you on the other side. Don't wait till the scattered years. The grass ain't greener here. Memories that keep you awake at night. Self-doubt so strong you'll be paralyzed. Don't waste those sacred years. The grass ain't greener here. We're gonna find that kid today. Stop growing up and just slow down. Nothing's better than what you have now. Someday you'll look back and say that you were living in the good old days. Stay innocent 'cause you can't see. Life's so much harder than you once believed. You won't know until it's too late. But you were living in the good old days. Alright. I'm going to kind of do it a cappella style / read it. Because I know there's a couple of places where I messed up. But I really want to talk about it. Let me take a sip of my Powerade real quick. Hang on. I gotta keep the voice up. This is a letter to the young me, the one that's 6 years old, that's full of hope, protected by what they don't know. Don't wish away a single second of being so naive. Too full of peace to be afraid of anything. If I could find that kid today, I'd build a time machine just so I could say, stop growing up and just slow down. Nothing's better than what you have now. 'Cause someday you look back and say that you were living in the good old days. Stay innocent 'cause you can't see. Life's so much harder than you once believed. You won't know until it's too late. But you were living in the good old days. This is a warning to a dumb kid, the one that's counting down the days till they can get away from their hometown. Oh, don't you wish away the present? You don't know its worth. 'Cause the scenery you change won't make you happier. Long drives like games and skipping classes. Your heart will break when you look back. 'Cause one day you went out to play. You didn't know it would be the last. Start growing up and just slow down. Nothing's better than what you have now. 'Cause someday you'll look back and say that you were living in the good old days. Stay innocent 'cause you can't see. Life is much harder than you once believed. You won't know until it's too late. But you were living in the good old days. Bad blood, deep scars, things that traumatize. Wait here for you on the other side. Don't waste those sacred years. The grass ain't greener here. Memories that keep you awake at night. Sound down so strong that you'll be paralyzed. Don't waste these sacred years. The grass ain't greener here. If I could find a kid today, I'd say, stop growing up and just slow down. Nothing's better than what you have now. 'Cause someday you'll look back and say that you were living in the good old days. Stay innocent 'cause you can't see. Life's so much harder than you once believed. You won't know until it's too late. But you were living in the good old days. Okay, there's my acapella version of it. Here you go. Okay, both versions are kind of acapella because I'm the only one listening to the music. Anywho, um, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. That song made me feel good, but also hurt my soul. Uh, and and the reason I say that, this was recorded on October 28th, 2024, and October 29th is my brother's birthday. My brother that passed away. Um, so listening to that particular track, and then on top of that, my brother's birthday being the next day, it's like, damn, hit me with a stone, why don't you? Nothing bad against it. I don't regret listening or singing the song whatsoever. It just reminded me of the simpler times in life. Like, I grew up in the 2000s. The era of Prime, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Disney Channel. Those were the three channels when I was a kid. Um, One of my memories that I've shared on this channel before, but I'm gonna bring it up. Weirdly enough, I don't know why. I guess me and my brother had nothing to do that day, and me and my brother decided to grab some spoons, go under our trailer, and just dig holes for no reason. Uh, I remember me and him like playing with like an empty box. In the old, if you grew up in my era, you understand this. You get in a box, you pretend it's a race car or an airplane or whatever it is the case may be. I remember us arguing over the stupidest of things. Me and him would have to share the same TV. I'm like, no, I don't want to watch Hannah Montana. No, I want to watch Marvin Big. Like, um, I remember those. And then I remember, you know, I love that second verse. Like, it's the warning to that young kid that's counting down, waiting for him to leave his hometown, whatever. You know what I mean. The second verse. Um, when I was in my teens, I wanted to be of course, we all had that phase of, oh, we want to get out of here. We want to be an adult. We want to do this. We want to do that. Whatever the case, whatever our parents are telling us not to do. And then that adulthood hits you like a fucking bus. I kid you not. Um, like, I I'm not gonna say what my income is, but I live in I get assistance, and I thought, oh, okay, well, I get control of it as soon as I turn 18, and then I did, but then I didn't realize all the responsibility that came with it, and I'm like, oops. There's days where I wish I could just hand it back over to my dad and be like, you do it, you do it. Um, I want to go back to the good. Of course, we all have that moment of we want to go back to the good old days. When I watched Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Hannah Montana. That's or even, let me think, Kim Possible. Trying to think. Okay, you guys can pretty much guess how old I am by the shows that I watched as a kid. But that's okay. We all go back to the good old days in some way or form. Um, the good old days, if you will, is what started this channel. Uh, you guys know Fallen by Evanescence. If you don't know it, then obviously you're too young to know what I'm talking about. But but I grew up with that album. It's been with me since I was literally 7, around 7. Uh, Trying to pull it up. That way you guys can see the cover art, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. Uh, Sorry, my phone is just horrid. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. If I'm going to talk about the good old days, I'm going to bust out a couple of the albums that remind me of the good old days, if you will. So give me just a minute. Oh yeah, it's on now. Common Anime, you started something, but that's okay. That's okay. Um, that's okay. Uh, and just because I don't pull out all of the albums that remind me of my childhood doesn't mean that, I don't care about one particular artist or another. I just want to bring out a couple to talk about. Okay, that's fair. Let's say this one. Yeah, why not? Just a couple. Just a couple. I'm not gonna waste your time for like 30 minutes, or at least that's not my goal. I mean, I grew up, thanks to my brother, with artists like. Oh, don't want my fan to fall. Oopsie. With artists like Linkin Park, Disturbed, Skillet, a little bit, Nickelback, Stained. Like literally, my of course our playlist is pretty much determined by our parents, a little bit, but my of course my brothers had their influence on me as well. Oh, hey, we don't want that to fall. No, no, no. The album that started it all just looks a little different. Fallen. The album that started this freaking channel. Uh, Here's the back. And this is the 20th anniversary edition that they released last year. It comes with bonus tracks and certain different versions of different songs from the album, from the era. Um, I I remember so much about this album. It freaking scares me. Um, I remember my mom, like the way I remember this. I don't know if this is accurate, but my mom or my mom's friend had a copy of the original Fallen, uh, and the friend gave me the copy of the album. It was her face was completely blue. You guys remember the original. Um, or you Evanescence fans remember the original, but here's some of the pictures from the inside. And the discs are on the inside, obviously. I'm not going to bring it up, but honestly, back then when I was a kid, I swear to God, if you put a little hat, like a little white hat, on the top of the album, she looked like a gothic smurf. La 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 la. So you can thank Evanescence, you can thank my mom for, in a way, starting this channel. So, thank you to Evanescence. Um, if you didn't grow up around my era, you won't know who this is. Hannah Montana. This is the 2-disc combo pack of Hannah Montana Season 2 and the introduction of Miley Cyrus. What's funny is I remember distinctly I think I wanted to get the Best of Both Worlds concert CD, DVD thing, whatever. And I asked my mom if I could buy it because, she, she was the one that determined what I did with my money, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go into that. She's like, okay, sure. So she said, text your dad and, let him know this is what you want to get. And he couldn't find it. And believe it or not, I was pissed. And he actually got me the season one soundtrack instead, and I will never forget. That is what started my love of the music of Hannah Montana. I don't remember if I liked the TV show first or if I liked the music first and then I got into the show. I don't remember, but golly, I watched that series and the movie at least 5 whole times in its entirety, maybe more. Uh, I gotta talk about this one. Gotta talk about it. This is the Can't Be Tamed album from 2010, and it also comes with the DVD of Miley playing at the O2 Arena. I didn't have this copy back then, but this album means a lot to me because I think this was the last album that was released before my mother passed away. It was either this one or the Hannah Montana Forever soundtrack. It was one of those two. But she and I used to listen to this in our little DVD player for hours and hours and hours to the point where it drove my brother absolutely mad. So we can still live in the good old days a little bit. Our bodies may ache or act differently or things of that nature, but we still live in the good old days. Hell, I still do. Behind me, I have a Nintendo Wii. I ain't gonna lie. I literally bought a PSP, which is a PlayStation Portable for the younger viewers out there. It's imagine a Nintendo Switch but PlayStation. It's pretty much what it is. Um, so yeah, when they talk about living in the good old days, trust me, I still do. My body may act differently, but in my mind, I guess I'm in my uh, early to mid teens, maybe late teens, possibly. But it doesn't matter to me. Music has a weird way of having its place in certain parts of your life. Uh, I've talked about different albums, different things, why they mean so much to me in the first place. So I'm glad I got to do this song, even though I kind of messed it up. Sorry, Common Anime. Sorry. But you do get me all nostalgic. So tomorrow I might, just sit down and watch some of my brother's old favorite shows, just to celebrate his birthday and, take a few shots for him. Like, one of his favorite things is Crown Royal Peach and Mountain Dew mixed together in a shot. I have no idea why, but that was one of his favorite things. And one of his favorite bands of all time back then was Linkin Park. So I might be listening to a lot of Linkin Park here tomorrow. So I appreciate you, Common Anime, for showing me this song. I'm definitely going to be listening to it more now. Definitely going to listen to the album whenever it comes out. I think it comes out around, what did I say? November 12th, maybe? Hang on. What did I say? Shoot. Oh, not quite. November 12th. And 3 days later, Linkin Park will release their album From Zero. So, damn. A lot of my favorite artists are releasing music now. So, that's awesome. That means a lot more work for this channel. Which is, I'm good with that. Any requests you guys want, I will do it. You guys know the rules. No heavy screamo, hip hop or rap, and for God's sake, no country. For the love of God. Like, for real, my niece wants me to do some Taylor Swift, and there's a part of my soul that doesn't want to do that, but maybe somewhere down the line. If y'all ask, maybe if y'all start asking me a little bit, maybe I might push to do a couple. I don't know. I think I did Crazier from the Hannah Montana the movie soundtrack. But other than that, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. I am a Smiler, damn it. And I am definitely a Selena Gomez fan. If there's some of her stuff that I haven't done yet, you guys can let me know. If you request it long enough, I will go back and do it. All that good stuff. I'm sorry that this video is 30 minutes long, but I couldn't help but just reminisce for a while. And this particular song is dedicated to my brother. Happy birthday, bro. I love you. Thanks again, Common Anime and For Savvy for showing some love to the Citizen Soldier stuff. And if you keep it going, so will I. Okay? Alright, guys. I've got to get out of here because there's a skillet song I gotta do real quick. And I will see you all on the next one. Peace!